Hey everybody, welcome back to some more early morning barking, talking about BPD and MPD by somebody that has both. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, do all the socially things that are scrolling past you on the screen, and check out my podcast and my Patreon. There's stuff on there too. Thank you to everybody who supports me on those. So today's a interesting one for me, something that has been coming up for a while, and it ties into a lot of other BPD things that we've talked about in the past. There's some age regression, there's some lack of confidence, there's all kinds of things mixed in. You'll see what I'm talking about, because what I'm talking about is taking control of your life. Now, I don't mean that from a sort of motivational standpoint, right? I'm not talking about sort your life out stuff. That's not what I mean. What I'm talking about is the more practical stuff, like literally living in the world, having a place to live, keeping it clean and tidy, eating enough, looking after yourself, all this stuff that we have to do to be alive and live. And there is, in BPD, we have this age regression thing, right? And the reason why this is relevant is because the age regression ties into us wanting a parental figure in our life. And we have a tendency to sort of make somebody be that. And I've reached a point where I sort of feel a reason why I've done that in the past is because of this fear of taking control for my existence. Okay? All of that stuff about making sure I'm alive, that I have somewhere to live, that I have food to eat, all of that kind of thing is extremely daunting. And it is so daunting because it's so important that it's easier for me to sort of offload that somehow, to put that reliance of some of those things on somebody else. Because doing it myself is terrifying, because I've never been able to do it before. And so when it's something so damn important as having somewhere to live or whatever, it's scary, right? It's better to put that on somebody else. And the trouble with doing that is it's not somebody else's responsibility, maybe up until a point, maybe until you become an adult, whatever, but then it becomes your responsibility, right? We're all doing that, aren't we? We're all making sure that we've got somewhere to live and food to eat, etc., as best we can. But just because you're expected to do it doesn't mean you can do it. It doesn't mean that you can do the things that are required to do that, because some of that involves working. And working can be difficult, right? That's a problem. Some of it involves a lot of self-care, keeping things clean, keeping a place habitable. And that can be a problem. And we can shirk these things off. And knowing that we need to do them, knowing how important they are, isn't necessarily enough to make us do them or be able to overcome the problems. What it tends to do, speaking for myself, is just become overwhelming and make me shut down and less able to deal with the things that I need to deal with. And then that snowballs and those things get worse because no one's dealing with them, and so on and so forth. It's very difficult to do. A requirement of something doesn't mean you can do it. It just means it's somewhat required. We have to be working towards this at least, right? I mean, you can't rely on somebody necessarily. Even in cases in life of relying on somebody, there's no guarantees in life, right? That's a lot of pressure to put on another human. Be there and keep me alive. That's unreasonable of anybody. No girlfriend, boyfriend, partner of any kind is up for that. No friend is there to do that. And no sibling is there to do that. people need to live their lives without being a parent to us. And yeah, it's all right to have people there to be consoling and emotionally supportive. But there's a difference between that and an emotional reliance and that practical reliance. So taking control of your life. When I talk about that, like I say, it's not that just... It's everything. It's a much more all-encompassing phrase to me. Taking control of your life, because these things worry me. These things concern me. How am I going to do financially in the future? What state is my house in? Do I like living here? Am I stuck here? So many things. So many questions covering every imaginable aspect of life. And we're expected to just, hey, get on with it, right? That's what we're all doing. Yes, some people are great, good for them. I'm pleased for them. I'm insanely jealous. Or envious, I suppose. I'm happy for you to have it. I just would like it too. And it's even more frustrating that desire, that frustration with not having the things you want is not enough to make you get them. It's not enough to get you over that hump in the first place, because what is causing that hump in the first place? It's not lack of motivation, right? It's not lack of direction. It's something else, and I don't know what it is, but it'll be something different for each of us. I guarantee it. It's one of those. It's so annoying. But I think it's doable, right? This is one of the things we're all working towards. Maybe some of us are further along than others. I'm tragically bad at it. But maybe moving in the right direction. My favorite phrase. I'm moving in the right direction. Put it on a t-shirt. I should do more t-shirts. With that, I will leave you to go and make t-shirts. I'll see you later. Bye.